Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live. How are ya? I'm sorry if I'm not really fantastically energetic today. I'm just gonna go through everything today. I hope that you are having a great day. I hope that you can hear me well. Some of the same setups, so I just hope everything is gonna be okay. Um, I hope that you are okay. I hope that you have a fantastic Christmas celebration. But other than that, good. Hello, Xavier. Where have you been, my guy? I have been sick, and I'm still not. As you can see and hear, I don't have my energy. I'm sorry. So I will do this fast, simple, so you guys don't need to suffer for too long. So yeah, I literally haven't seen the markets for a couple of months now, I guess. So a couple of months is probably not true, but at least for December, I have been off. Oh, okay. I literally just looking through the markets right now, and okay, interesting, interesting. We're going through this together. Um, So the 10-year T note is accelerating higher. Okay. Dollar fell quite substantially today. And I know you want the reason why. And if you want the reason why, you probably have to go through me and do all the digging together. Um, because I'm like expecting dollar strength more than anything else, I would say, but it's kind of like a range bound, anyways. So, has there been any kind of economic thing lately that should tell us that this should fall like a ton of bricks? Pending home sales? I don't think that should be a fantastic indicator to send the prices down. We have housing price index, not really, not either. So okay, welcome back, Denise. I hope you're feeling better. I'm okay. I don't want to focus on too much on that one, but I'm I'm trying. I'm trying. So, is there any markets you want me to go through today? Is there anything that you are like, well, we haven't been looking at this for the entirety of anything? That would be great. I think the end of the year, liquidity grab and big money taking profit. Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. Uh, that could surely be one thing. But I actually want to take off this one and then that one and then that would probably better. Some. And then we just need to go to color theme and then blue gray. There we are. Good. And then we just have to do the changes on the appearances. Watermark should be dark. Sun. Flot. Okay, good. Gold, says Godson. Well, the other one was God himself, or Jesus Christ, today's God's son. So, really interesting. So, I saw on Traders Nick's channel yesterday that people were like, "Oh my lord, gold is dropping," and I was like, "Really? Really? Is it really dropping?" And that is like 24 hours ago, so that should probably be around 28th around here. So this candle here, they're like, oh, gold is dropping. Okay. So for my theory that I had for December that we're going to go into a bullish direction was absolutely let's see if I can make that one dark again. I've absolutely failed. Why is it absolutely failed? Is because this is the beginning, and we have made a lower low. Well, around 15th, by the way. Not that I claim any other things to that, and I said either 1st or 15th. For those who knows me that I normally say that. And then we have gone higher, and then we have fallen down again. Okay, so how do we analyze this market? What would gold do? I think that we need to look into more structurally more into the situation and say probably gold has lost its historical status as somewhere to put money into. Okay. Has gold turned into like a dog nobody wants? I honestly believe so. That gold has turned into something that the large money doesn't want. So if you're thinking, well, I really want this gold and I really want to buy it, you really need to think twice. That's all. The other thing is this technically a fantastic asset to trade as it stands today? Okay, so I would advocate for anything that would move greatly. So in this area here, we have no trend, no trade. In this kind of a market, we might have something. But you also need to see what should be the drivers of a gold rise. A gold rise should be because there is demand for physical gold. There should be demand for gold for traders exiting whatever their positions are and moving into gold into more safer into a more safer asset to protect themselves against whatever loss they are seeing in the market, potentially coming. And that's supposed to be happening around, this January. So the front run in this market will then be December. Now, this hasn't happened this year, so I would almost advocate for that whatever gold status was before, we have now lost. Okay? Absolutely. EURUSD, it's the largest mover of the G7 in the last 12 hours. I picked up 2 BTC longs while you were gone. They did well and then reversed, but I picked up profits. Great, Xavier. Great on that one. So, on gold, do I have any setups for you? Do I have any trade plans for you? Do I have any directions for you? No. Why do I don't have that? Well, I don't have any clear technical reason to be either bullish or bearish. I don't have any clear technical reasons or technical setup to say that, well, this should do this and this and this. And then fundamentally, or more overall, as of drivers of gold, I only see that what we have been thinking about gold, we need to readjust that in 2022, that we might not see what we have seen before. Okay? Good. What does that mean? That means that currently I don't know where it's going to go. Why do I do not know that? Well, I must say, I'm not a wizard, and I only play by, what do they call it? I only play by clarity. Okay. So what's going on with Euro here? I think I have an order somewhere up in this area here to sell. I think I can't remember the exact price, but somewhere just above these tops here, I have a sell limit order, nothing else. The other side to this one, how was December for Euro? Euro and December should be positively correlated to the upside. Now, we have been going sideways ever since Mr. Powell said that they are potentially going to increase interest rates earlier because they are going to increase the pace of the asset purchase reductions. Meaning, instead of reducing by 15 billion, 15B, they were reducing by 30B. And they should end in, instead of ending in June, I think that is June, they were ending in, if someone can help me, I think it's March or April, depending. So, okay, what does that mean? That means that the increase in interest rates can happen earlier. Now, how is the market pricing this in? I haven't looked at this one for quite some time now, so I actually haven't looked lately. So if you go to July 2022, I think it's used the most. We have 94% chance that there's going to be one or more rate hikes. That has been gradually reducing. So it was 31% of current a month ago, and now it's just 5%. And the highest percentage is actually 2 rate hikes by July 2022. By December, we have a 98% priced into the market. There's going to be 3 rate hikes by December 2022. Now that's 1 year from now. As you can see, now it's turning into 1% to 1% of the market pricing in that it's going to be the same as current. That is kind of like a security, or more like it's as close as certainty without being certain. You know, you have a 98% chance that the market think that we're gonna have a rate hike by next year, or any rate hikes by next year. So the question becomes, is it 3? Well, that's the market, what the market has been pricing in. Now, if you're going to look at dollar strength, you're also going to look at these 4 rate hikes by December next year. That depends on a single indicator, mostly, I would say. More than anything else, single indicator called CPI. Now, when is the next CPI coming out of America? I forgot to do filters. Filters is everything except for inflation. Inflation, there we go. Inflation is gonna be, I thought I knew, okay, maybe. Oh, it's next month then. January 2022, thank you. And then I filtered everything for inflation. Medium, high. Okay, there we are, a bit better. Consumer price X is around 12th of January. That's a pretty important day for January. Hello, Marco! Polo! Bodygon says, use the cat, please. Well, we shall do. What is bullish integrity and bearish integrity? As far as I have learned, please help me out, Joe, if I do say that wrongly. But bullish and bearish integrity, as far as I know, is that so as far as I know, bullish and bearish integrity comes down to on which time frame you are on. So it depends on who is in control. And if you look at the market, let's say euro, for example, in this case, that we have a bearish integrity because we have not made a higher high. Or is it that one? We have not made a high. We're not closed above this one. So this being a range, this is still a bearish range, bearish to range. So as long as we don't break above 140, 130.76, we are still then bearish technically. The other one is, let's see here, for example. In this market here, we are bearish, 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 bullish, and then we make a new low again, and then we are bearish here, and then now we break above again. Now we're starting to be bullish. So it's just, in my understanding of it, is it a break of high? Okay, then we have changed direction. If the high is broken, if we are going higher, if we have broken the previous low, okay, then we have the market has continued into a bearish direction. How about S&P 500? We shall do so. For USD, 95% of tops in the month of December were above the monthly central pivot, and it's only occurred once that we have never had a high above monthly December, which is the central pivot. So we can add the central pivot here. Let's see if we can find the right one. We can go to monthly. We can go to today. So what you're talking about, Joe, that market generally will try to close above 1385. Okay. While it's on the road to close above 1385. For those who knows, Ryan was the one that was talking about that all the time, but it's not my theories. I can't preach on someone else's preaching. Okay. Godson asks about if jobless claims tomorrow can give a spike in dollar volatility. No. Yes, but no. Yes, because there is low liquidity at the moment, but there is also it's not really an indicator by itself that can change and turn the market. It did so in COVID times, but right now for jobless claims we have very stable numbers, and we're not really concerned as of market as of people not having jobs. Okay, as you can see here, if you just take away the top of 2020, that's, yeah, we can't do that. No. Okay, so we are pretty flat, around 340, but still descending. So we have a top like 300 something, and then down to 206,000, I think it is. So the less people who claim, the less number, the better, right? So the less people who claim benefits from the government, the better the market is, the less cost there is for the government, and the more they can turn in from a liability to become an asset for the economy. It will produce taxes. It will produce income. It will generate towards GDP. Of course, it's teeny tiny, itty bitty, small, but still, it produces something, a value, income, and that person gets self-worth and doesn't end up in psychiatric wards, doesn't end up in hospital for whatever lifestyle issues the person comes, because you're prone to having increased that when you are, I wouldn't say poor, but when you don't have a purpose in life, you tend to have an increase in mental health issues and stuff like that. That will become a liability for the government, because you have to then pay for your healthcare and whatnot. So that's list over here. Hello, James. Happy holidays. So we can go back to the markets. I know USD CAD has been asked for, Bodgun. Okay, so where are we now? I'm just gonna double check everything that I do, so that I do say something that is completely, amazingly, fantastically amazing. For USD CAD for December, that was a sell price, that was the first buy price, and that was the second buy price. Never happened. We then turned higher. That means this one should now be break even. And now we are turning into a new month. So what is the probability for USD CAD for December, for January? And if I know more than anything else, it is USD CAD to the upside. I can try. If I just remember, it is going to be January. It's going to be autumn, I guess. And then January. And then we have to probably do week 1. And then this is week. Then we go to daily. Anyways, yeah, that's what I thought. Profit factor is that we are, for January, we are having a 2 in profit factor, that we generally do hit our bullish range buys, and more often than not we do hit the bullish buys more than the bearish buys, and then 50% chance of hit up stop loss. My general theory for January is that we are supposed to go higher. Ow! I know I actually know. So we're just gonna take it away. Then I know I should have done that a long time ago, bro. But okay. And then my scripts. No, it's not my script. It is invite only. I guess it is probabilities. There we are. And I know I mostly get kicked in the butts by Joe, but I do apologize for that, bro. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave that one. So my bias is to the upside for USD CAD. I need to prepare that one better next time. And the other one, we are coming back down to support soon, at least 127.80. We are still well above 26, 120, above 126. I can't even draw anything here. So let's see. That is something like that, or something like that. That's what I would think we use the CAD for January. And the other thing here is to mention is that what if oil gets stronger? Well, right now in December we've had like a double. We have had like a double bottom here. Kind of new high. Okay, kind of. Should it come back to some kind of supports? Yes, it should. Would it? I don't know if it will, but I hope so. So around 73, because I said last time I said we have to break 73. We have now broken 73. So I guess we can cautiously going back to buy mode and use oil, but still remember that this can drop lower. But I think this looks great. Whatever. I think this looks great. But of course, there is plenty of resistance. Plenty of resistance if you want to look for resistance. But I am only going to play USD oil when it goes bullish. Joe says that I have a whole new bad dashboard to look into. Also, the left side of your screen is cut off for some reason. Is it? Yeah, probably, yeah. Because of differences in the resolution. How are you, Michael? I'm well. How's your Christmas? Anything else more positive you wanted to ask about, Michael? Okay. Back to back. USD CAD. So that's kind of what I've thinking about USD CAD, generally speaking, for January. I don't know how deep of a pullback we're gonna get, but okay, pullback it is. Pound yen. Oh my lord. Jesus have mercy. I remember looking at this chart like here, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. This one is taking off like a rocket ship and 2 rockets. Okay, so we don't even have that line there. Okay, interesting. So, I generally believe, that pound yen is supposed to rise from August, third week of August, until December. Ish. This year has been, I would say, rather frustrating to trade pound yen, but okay, here we are again. Now, how do we know that this is going to go higher? How do we know this is going to go lower? That depends on your bias, technical analysis, on your fundamental bias, I would say. So, if we are just looking into the EMAs for this week, we have done absolutely amazing, and we ended up starting this week on 27th. Okay, so 27th, that's 26, 26. This is the market open on Sunday, so we go straight up. Next day, we have some pullbacks into some daily. We have some pullbacks into some dailies there. Okay. So today, this morning, there was a buy up there, but high is hot. It's hot and hot. It is definitely hot. So if you bought pound yen this morning, which you are allowed to, it is very aggressive, I would say. Secondly, where do you think it's going to go? Well, I don't necessarily say that, well, we should stop now. We still have some up to 155.53, which is a good 80 pips up. I think that's enough for pound yen. The other thing you then need to look out for is, are we, in January, generally speaking, going to fall in January? If you go back to last year, no. That is not necessarily a very, what can I say, viable theory. It's a good theory, but it didn't happen last year. The previous year before that, it was range. 2019, it already had happened. So, So, my theory here is if GJ continues in a bullish trend, if GJ goes up in a bullish trend, continue trading higher if GJ goes higher. Now, what do I mean? Don't be blind. Don't imagine things that is not there, and don't be like, well, Ivan, you say it's gonna go higher, and it went higher. Well, there you go. But if it starts falling, well, don't come from me and say, Ivan, you said so. I'm only telling you right now, as of 29th of December 2021, follow whatever the trend in GJ. If I say I believe it's going to fall in January, it's only a theory. Okay? Only a theory. And I might be wrong, I might be right. But I would rather jump on your dollar falling rather than pound yen falling. So I might say that I think this was going to fall, but I don't have any, I don't know, I don't have any good theories as to why if it rises, I will be, okay, great. Then it does that. I'm gonna, yeah. Thinking faster. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I'm literally not well in here yet. So, I'm just gonna say it again. Trade the trend. Don't imagine things. But if you think it's gonna fall and it rises, don't trade. Okay? This is a very directional time of the year. And it can fall on you as fast as it went higher. So, be cautious. There's low liquidity at the moment. There's going to be low liquidity at least until 3rd of January. That means that we can see flash crashes in the market. The whole market goes downtown and goes back up again within 1 second. And if there's any time I say trading markets, trading forex is risky, it is this time of year. When there is less people at the charts, less people trading, less money in the market, and then all of a sudden one fat finger comes into the market, sends in $2 billion into the market for some reason other known to him, that will move the market if you have such an event as back in 2019 on pound yen, as I showed you earlier, okay? Good. CAD yen. I have been patiently waiting for a bullish trend on CAD yen. I don't think I still have it. I still don't have it. Well, this is, well, a double bottom, I guess. But we have barely moved above that one. So I probably should have bought it down there then. So that's kind of like a head and shoulders by all means. That's a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy. Okay, so we are now going a bit of a pause in here. And then we can continue higher. Now, I wouldn't be extremely aggressive in CAD yen because for some reason other than not known to me, CAD has been very weak. And I think if CAD is weak, where do the money goes? It goes to dollar. For some reason other known to dollar. And if dollar strengthens, everything else falls. So euro, Aussie, pound, New Zealand. Why would those move? Because that's where the more money goes from those into dollar. Is there something wrong with euro? Is there something wrong with Aussie? Is there something wrong with pound? Is there something wrong with New Zealand? No, not at all. So, what I'm trying to say here is, I want this to rise. I'm waiting for it to rise. And I have no problem of letting this 200 pips go away into nothing, because I believe that this market here, generally speaking, isn't a great trading market to be in. But now if we start breaking higher, okay, I can get into it. So I'm looking for this one to go higher. Would love to it to go higher. And we have a positive development, I would say. So if you think this should go higher, I think we are definitely onto something. 78% of the highs next month for USD CAD are above M3, so targeting around 130 to exit longs, enter shorts. Same odds of getting highs above M3 on US oil 278. Okay. Took 2 euro shorts last night. Woke up to all of them. You shorted euro dollar, but euro dollar is skyrocketing today. So I guess you were lucky up with retails then, Michael. But okay. So what I'm seeing here is we are seeing a range on euro, and I am expecting it to fall over. The other question is have we fallen so much that we have to have a technical pullback before we can fall again? That is definitely in the back of my mind. So right now I am easy on the boat. The boat is stable and silent, and the boat is stable and silent, and we have not done anything. So I don't need to do anything here. So if you want to trade it, I've seen Nick traded it. I've seen Michael trading it. I don't trade it. I don't care. I wouldn't for a million years. But okay. So why would pound rise when you have more COVIDs? You have potential lockdowns. You have other negative news. If you look at the COT data for Mr. Pound, as far as I remember them to be, there was tons of longs exiting the market. Why would pound rise? Let me give you a simple introduction into psychology, into what would market do instead of what should the market do. If you're looking into daily Eivindfx, then sentiment report, there we are, good. If you look at the sentiment of the retail traders, they are mostly buying, okay? They are increasing their sells, and they're also taking away buys. Okay, so if they are starting to sell on the weekly basis, 39% up and 22% down on the buys this last week, what is the market going to do then? The market's going to send the market higher just to sell it. Sorry, but yeah, mind blown, eh? So if you look at the pound retail trader, retail sentiment is there we are. We have been buying a lot, but now that the market starts rising again, they start selling it. So as you can see here, there is a lot of buys. What does the market do? There's a lot of market rises, they sell, and then market falls, they buy. Market rises, they start selling. Market tops up. Market falls, they start buying again. So, yeah, I think it's just a wish-wash for washing out some retail traders more than anything else. A good way to answer if USD is over or undervalued is comparing by the spot price against the trade weighted average index. Michael says 113.20, 113.16 entries TP, 12.84 re-entry in the pullback. Pound could be rising because brokers are moving markets. I guess it's the same thing though if those are some of your languages, but if it's brokers, hedge fund managers, or other market participants, I guess it's the same thing. But yeah. In any case, okay. What has happened here lately? And oops, that was wrong. Nat gas. What has happened here is that we have found some kind of equilibrium on nat gas so far. Markets are not pushing it either up or down. It seems like the Russia fade has been resolved. We have also seen that the China problem in this case has been resolved. They have got enough energy for the winter. That's why they pumped the price up so much. There's still some issues in Ukraine here, which can send this one higher. Then we have the weather, which is also an interesting thing to look into, is that we are seeing maybe a cool down or warmer weather coming in. So that means we have less demand for natural gas consumer wise and stuff like that. So I would sit very tight in the boat and see where the market would move. I think that we have a risk in this market is turning into be very high. Risk of what? Now that is a good question, because we have a risk of a lot. We have political risk, we have weather risk, we have demand or supply. Well, not supply. We have demand, and we have demand risk. We also have risk of all of a sudden not getting the deliverances you wanted all of a sudden, from Russia, for example. So there is a big chance of this can go up and down a lot, in big waves, because depending on which day it is and depending on which risk is burning the market. So I will only sit tight in this boat. And then Australian dollar, US dollar is currently rising. Interestingly, fair enough. Not really a great reversal here in December. But finally breaking higher. I don't necessarily like this kind of markets. It's kind of like I don't know. And then the question is that going to be the top and then fall down again? So go by what you see. We have not reached the buy price today or this week. Okay. Then you go into the next one is what did we do for the month? We have gone between M2 and central pivot. Nothing really fantastic. So we haven't really taken profit for the month here. That is vulnerability for the markets to actually go up to target before falling again. Okay. Just having that one pointed out. And the next one is the M4 for the week. Just need to mention that out. 73.23. We are on the way, but it's slow. So I see Aussie dollar going higher. Technically, I'm just waiting for the reverse down. But yeah. Denise says that pound is raising interest rates in December. They rose. They raised their interest rates from 0.1 to 0.25, which completely surprised the market. But what did it do? What is the result? The result is we don't trust the Bank of England anymore. We don't understand where they are. We don't understand what they will do. We don't understand what are they going to say. What are they going to do? That is added risk. And what does added risk to pound do? That would send the pound lower. So more and more market participants are like, what the living heck is happening in the UK at the moment? Okay. So let me just Google that. Bank of England market. Not trusting. I can't remember what is this called. What is the guy's called now? Increase interest rates. Let's see. So BBC. So the Bank of England surprised investors by raising interest rates. So surprising the market isn't really a good thing. So one thing else, I probably should have asked this one to who is ING maybe. See, ING BOE increase interest rates. Increased. Nah, I wasn't looking to see NBC. Because the problem about this rate hike is that they are now becoming unruly and not understanding them. We don't know what they will do, when they will do, and how they will do. So we can't really price in things before things actually has happened. And this is about from December when November from they didn't. But yeah. And then from maybe in when? The last month, I think it is going to be. But yeah, anyways. So, other than that, Telegraph says, traders short a pound as Bank of England. I can't even see that one. No, I'm not a subscriber. Trader, yeah. So basically, this is what I'm talking about here. Traders short a pound as Bank of England abandoned interest rates raise. A market has become more bearish on sterling in more than 2 years. The other thing to look into that is the COT data here, where we look at non-commercials. Oops, that was the ones, and then you look at their shorting positions, which are increased in coming into December. So I would say that's really interesting. And their long positions has plummeted. There have been 52,000 contracts coming into November, and throughout December we have gone down to 20. So half of the market has turned into, or half of the bullish contracts has been removed. So yeah, I would be more worried about that more than anything else. Okay. So, where are we? Where should we do? What do we do? So my theory for the market, my theory for January is that we're gonna have dollar bullishness. It's not founded into anything. It's just that's what I expect. Other than seasonality, other than we are probably going to see more dollar strength coming in because of the interest rate hikes coming into next year. The other question is it already priced in? Okay, maybe, but businesses are still going to need to pay for their profits to the National Treasury. That's going to increase. That's going to make the dollar strong anyways. So even though we see a fall here today, like around, as we see here, for example, it's still just reaching for the bottom until we potentially are going to go higher again. So even though we fall today, I'm not really in particularly desperate to sell it, because I know this should be the bottom, and then we should see our rise in dollar even in normal years. So I'm not too worried. 2019, that was 20th of January, was the bottom before rising. So even if the bottom is not today or tomorrow, I am still gonna be just waiting for it to turn around again. All right. So Siva says, "Sir, happy to see you." Yeah, happy to see you too. By the way, happy I can be of help again. Yeah. So more than anything else, I agree with Denise saying that we are having a money grab, liquidity grab, end of year profits. It's also low liquidity. It's also low people, little people, few people trading right now. So you see more. You would see more big candles, but also in the next turn, you can also see 100% retracements again. So just because you short a dollar today doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have profits tomorrow. If it continues to fall, well, congratulations. But the risk is at the moment is medium to high. Okay, I would say that. So why would the market move now? There's no in particularly strong market moves, but strong market drivers at the moment, other than whatever market feels like doing. So the bigger moves, the more bigger themes, the more reasons for why market would move comes into play in January. So, but yeah, by all means, look into articles, read articles. I've sent out tons of articles to my group, 4 articles at least to my mentorship group. So they should at least have been up to date about that. And I will try to do something tomorrow. I do not have energy. I do apologize. This is like the worst month ever for my health, by the way. So I probably need to sleep now for the next until tomorrow morning. But yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't have any more in my brain to say other than give me your charts. I will look at them. Look at institutional research. Look at articles. Make up your plan for the year. Where do you think it's going to go? What's the big lines? What's the big drivers that you can see right now? It's going to be both bullish or bearish for the dollar for next year. Who do you think is going to be the most dominant one? Because there's going to be the most of an. Are you thinking that S&P 500 is going to go higher? Is it going to go lower? Right now, it is at all-time high yet again. Okay. Did you see that coming? Do you have your buy positions in here? Did you take loss? I don't know what you did. But yeah. So I'm going to go over to my mentorship course students at some point today or tomorrow and try to give them an update on what I think. All right. Happy to see you guys today. I hope that you are a bit more smarter than you were an hour ago. But yeah, okay. Happy to see you. Boom. See you soon.